owned by a corporation by the name of Empire 999 na napatunayan ng ating komite na ito ay pagmamayari ng mga Chinese nationals, hindi po sila mga Pilipino. And that is the reason why we invited the officials nang sa ganun po ay makapagtanong din po tayo. Maybe they can shed some information. So, Congressman Paduano, please proceed.
Thank you, Chairman. Yung PSA ba nandito? PSA
Good afternoon,
Pampanga.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Now, Mr. Chairman, before I ask questions to the mentioned names, no? Sandali po, yung assessors ng office ng Mexico Pampanga, nandito ba? Wala. Yung former vice mayor na lang po. Please take a seat. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, before I proceed, asking questions with the mentioned resource persons, Mr. Chairman, supposedly I have a lot of questions to Mayor Tumang, but unfortunately, masama daw ang pakiramdam niya. But let me state again, Mr. Chairman, that Mayor Tumang was cited in contempt through the motion of this representation because I do believe that he is lying, and it was proven just few hours ago when Rep. Luestro asked him about if he has personal relation with Willie Ong and Eddie Yang. Now, Mr. Chairman, just to, anyway, wala siya dito, but pwede na itong ma-confirm at masagot siguro ng AMLA. Mr. Chairman, I have initially at least 28 bank transactions in my possession. Now, but of course, may pending case na, no? With regards to the drugs, particularly yung Willie Ong. Now, to the AMLA, you can answer without, I would just like to confirm to you. I have with me a bank transaction from Willie Ong. You can mention the amount or not, okay lang. And from Willie Ong and Michelle Santosi to the company in the name of Morning Sun Industry, and the address of Morning Sun is at San Antonio, Mexico, Pampanga. Do you confirm that there is such transaction?
Mr. Chair, without necessarily providing the details, we can at least confirm that the entities and personalities you've mentioned have transactions, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Now, Mr. Chairman, so AMLA confirmed. Now, without stating the detailed transaction, particularly the amount. Now, since wala dito yung sa assessors, mat-check ko lang po, Vice Mayor, former Vice Mayor, now SP Secretary ata. Sir, do you confirm, and sa kay Barangay Captain Kanda, do you confirm, former Vice, do you confirm that the Morning Sun Industry is situated or the address is San Antonio, Mexico, Pampanga?
Tama po.
Okay, and that address in San Antonio, Pampanga, in which Morning Sun is located, is the residence of Mayor Tumang?
Besides the residence of the...
Besides the residence. But do you confirm na yung Morning Sun Industry is owned by former Mayor Tumang?
Opo.
Vice, no. Barangay Captain Kanda, do you confirm that Morning Sun?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Now, let me ask the brother, Alex Tumang. Sir, Alex, remember you're under oath. Please, at alam mo na, pinagdaanan na po natin ito, yung mga queries. Tinabi lang to, dahil sabi ko nga, this was forwarded na, as part of my resolution was forwarded to this committee. Now, question, do you confirm that Morning Sun Industry is owned by Mayor Tumang? your brother?
Naririnig ko lang po pero hindi biira lang po kaming magkita ng brother ko kasi kanya-kanya po
Hindi po,
kami.
ang tanong ko lang po, hindi kita tinatanong kung bihira o lagi kayo nagkikita. Eh, baka mamaya, Alex Tuma, pakita ko sa iyo na lagi kayo nagkasama lately.
Lately lang po dahil dun sa kampanya.
O, kita mo? Eh, parang pareho rin kayo magkapatid eh. Kung hindi kayo tatanungin, hindi nyo aminin. Now, again, once again, do you confirm, yes or no lang po, that Morning Sun Industry is owned by your brother?
Mr. Chair, yung regarding po dun sa kumpanya niya, wala po akong masyadong knowledge doon.
So, hindi mo alam.
Baka magkamali ko po kung sabihin ko pong alam ko ay yung detail niyan, hindi ko po alam.
Eh, hindi ko tinatanong yung detalye. Ownership lang po.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
Mr. Chair, ano po yung
And tanong ko nga kung yung Morning Sun Industry is owned by your brother.
ang pagkaalam ko po
Ang pag-alam mo ano?
sa kanya po before?
Bakit may before?
Kasi po nababanggit po doon sa ano po last hearing po.
Kita mo?
Pangalan po doon sa
Mr. Alex Tuma nga, I just want to warn you. Kanina sabi mo hindi mo alam, hindi mo ma-confirm. Ngayon alam mo pati yung ano? Pati yung paglilipat?
Mr. Chair, can I explain po?
Yes.
Kasi narinig ko lang po dito sa hearing po kaya ako nalaman na nailipat po doon sa kanyang anak.
Narinig mo sa hearing na to.
Opo.
So you're not close to your brother? Hindi mo alam? Malaking kumpanya? And the office is situated?
Masyado po akong busy doon sa aking kumpanya, Mr. Chair, kaya wala po kami.
And what is your company? For the record.
AC Tumang Construction po.
Okay. Sige. Mamaya. Now, once again, Mr. Chair, I'd just like to put on record that the AMLA confirmed that indeed there's a bank transaction between Willie Ong and Morning Sun, which is owned by Mayor Tumang. Now, nandito ba yung ano, yung SEC? 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 Wala. Mr. Chairman, kindly, can we ask the COMSEC? Yung lagi naman suki na natin yung Mexico Pampanga, yung Pampanga na SEC, di ba? Kindly check na lang po if Morning Sun just before the hearing suspend, para na po it will be put on record that the SEC from Pampanga confirms that this Morning Sun Industry is owned by Mayor Tumang. Thank you po. Now, let me proceed. Mr. Chairman, let me proceed with, nahin ko na po si Alex Tumang. Again, Mr. Alex Tumang, you're under oath. Pinaunahan na po kita. Ang kapatid mo po kanina, pinaunahan ko rin. Hindi kami nagkulang dito. We warn you that you're under oath at alam na po namin kung magsisinungaling kayo hindi because we have all the data and facts. Now, well, in fact, continuation lang to ng hearing natin with the dangerous drugs. Now, yung lupa na may-ari is Willie Ong, yung Empire 999, kung saan nakuha yung worth 3.6 billion na Shabu. Tama po ba na ikaw ang nagbenta nun?
Mr. Chair, yung sinasabi nila pong Mr. Chair, pwede niyo po akong pagbigyan para ma-explain ko po yung nangyaring development po doon. Kasi dalawa po may-ari before nung lupa. Mr. Chair, can I? With documents po. With documents. I will explain why.
Tanong muna kita. Okay, sige. I will rephrase my question. Did you have a transaction with Willie Ong?
Wala po, Mr. Chair. Ang kapatid ko po ang nakipagtransaksyon. Siya po ang tinawagan ako noon. Nandun po ako sa aking trabaho doon sa Iloilo. Ngayon, tinatanong po yung lupa kung ibebenta ko. Sabi ko, oo, kailangan ko nga ang pera na meron akong bubuksan na project, kailangan ko yung pera kung pwede mo maibenta. Kaya siya po nakipagtransaksyon regarding doon at sabi niya, sinong kakausapin ko dyan? Yung a certain Ernesto Evangelista po ang kinausap niya, Mr. Chair. Well, after nun, binigay nung na transaksyon po yon, binigay na lang po sa akin yung pera.
But, ito, Mr. Alex Tumang, pero yung property, kiniklaim mo ngayon na sa'yo.
Mr. Chair, hindi po akin yung property kung saan po. Hindi po yun ang nabili ko. Katabi lang po.
Sandali po. Sandali.
Katabi ko po.
Sandali po, but yung property mo, whether katabi o hindi, ibininta kay Willie Ong. Tama?
Tama po, Mr.
Oh,
Chair.
yun lang yung tanong ko. Kasi yung excuse mo or defense mo na hindi yun, that is still subject. Kasi papatunayan ng mga taga-Mexico, especially yung obo doon, yung assessors doon, papatunayan nila na indeed, magkarugtong yun. Magkarugtong.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair,
Sandali po. Sandali. So you confirm now that you sold the land, your property to Willie Ong.
yung akin po.
Oh, yung
part
sa'yo.
ko po.
Okay.
Kalahati po.
Sandali, kalate na property mo?
Hindi po. Yung kalahati po nung development na nangyari po ron.
Kita mo? Ay, nako. Wag mo. Eto, wag mong paikutin kami dito. Mr. Alex Suma, kanina sabi mo hindi.
Mr. Chair,
Ngayon, sandali. Patapusin mo muna ako. Ngayon sinasabi mo kalahati. When I told you that the OBO and the officials of Mexico Pangana will prove. Ngayon sinasabi mo kalahati. But ang tanong ko, nagbinta ka ba ng property kay Willie Ong?
yes, Mr. Chair, inaamin ko po.
Okay.
Yung property ko po, na ibenta po.
Kay Willie Ong.
Opo.
Okay, let's go to the details of that property. Binili mo to yung property kay Mr. Evangelista.
Kay Bernardo Evangelista po.
Okay, tama. Kailan mo to binili?
Mr. Chair,
For your answer, just for the information of the members and of course the resource persons and the people watching us now, yung property na pinapacheck natin ngayon is the property in which, sabi ko na nga, the 3.6 billion worth of shabu was recovered.
Mr. Chair, next time sa hearing po, titignan ko lang po yung records ko doon sa opisina kung kailan ko po in-start na binayaran po doon sa may-ari po ng lupa kay Mr. Evangelista po.
Pero siguro naman, yung pagbili mo, hindi mo matandaan na. Pero siguro naman yung transaction with Willie Ong, matandaan mo mamaya. Mamaya. Tatanungin kita
alam
mamaya.
ko po, na-receive ko po yung pera June 20, 2019 po, Mr. Chair.
June 20, 2019.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Now, magkano?
Naibenta ko po ng tig to 200 pesos po.
Magkano?
Approximately po, nasa ano po yun? 19,431 square meter. Kaya umabot po siya ng 3,886,200.
Okay. 3,886,200.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Now, nung binili mo yung lupa, alam mo ba na patay na yung Ines at saka yung asawa niya na Evangelista?
Nung binili ko po, buhay po.
Ha?
Buhay po yung mag-asawa.
Balikin natin, kailan mo binili yon?
Mr. Chair, sabi ko nga po kanina, hindi ko na po matandaan. Titignan ko muna yung aking records doon sa opisina po.
PSA, wala dito, no? Pero, Alex, Mr. Tumang, ha? May hearing pa tayo ulit. I will check the record because Ang impormasyon ko pong nakuha, na nung binili niyo yung lupa with the original owner, patay na po yung Inis Tumang at saka yung ibang lista na asawa. But of course, as of now, sige po, sabi mo buhay. Sabi mo buhay, tama?
Nung pong ini-start ko pong binayaran sa kanila, buhay po yung mag-asawa.
So you
Alam
pay-
po ng barangay captain po ng
So
kumpanya ko.
binayad mo sa kanila personally.
Opo, installment po na binayaran ko doon sa kanila po.
May resibo ka pa.
Mr. Chair, hindi ko na po matandaan, masyado na pong matagal. At nung naglipat ako doon sa opisina, yung ano lang po, receiving, pumipirma lang po si Ernesto Evangelista po doon sa aking records, mga butcher po noon.
Okay, ganito po. Kaya mo na muna natin yan. Next hearing, you should comply kasi papatawag ko rin yung PSA. No? Para ma-confirm
Mr.
yung
Chair.
statement mo.
Mr. Chair, PSA is present po.
Kanina pa kita tinatawag, nandiyan ka pala. Oh, kindly check na lang po. Dalawa na yun, nakalimutan ko na yung isa. But anyway, kindly check the records of Inis Tumang.
Mr. Chair, we
And-
will check. We will
and
provide the
Evangelista.
information.
Can you, if you can make it before the suspension of this hearing today, please po.
We will do, sir.
Thank you. Now, let me proceed, Mr. Chairman. Yung bintahan nyo, you confirm that you are the owner. Tama? From Evangelista to you.
Mr. Chair, kaya po umingi ako po ng oras para ma-explain ko, para ma-enlighten po itong Quadcom Committee.
Hindi, tinatanong lang kita. Yes or no lang naman. From Evangelista, nilipat sa'yo. Tama? Binili mo.
Wala pong nangyaring nailipat ko po.
Pero binili mo. Binili mo.
Inaamin ko po, binili ko po.
Okay, you have
Ako
the
nakabili
documents.
doon sa kay ano.
You provide us in the next hearing. LRA. Alam mo, tapos ka na. Opo. LRA, ma'am. Balikan natin. Ma'am, when the sale was made. Ma'am, when the sale was made with regards to this property of the Evangelista, kanino nakapangalan yung property?
Your Honor, I don't have the records now. May I check the records that I submitted with the COMSEC?
Okay. So, please, ganon din po, within the day. Kasi gusto kong balikan si Alex Tumang mamaya eh.
Okay.
Kahit late night na. Okay, please. Kasi kailangan to eh, now. Diretsuhin na kita. Mr. Alex Tumang. Nagbigay ka ba ng SPA sa kapatid mo? Kay Mr. Ted Tumang?
Yung SPA po, wala po. Dahil hindi po nakapangalan sa akin yung lupa.
So, sino ang nagbigay ng SPA?
Ang ginawa ko po noon, dahil nandun ako sa Iloilo, busy ako doon sa mga project ko, sabi ko, tawagan ko si Ernesto Evangelista para kausapin ka. Kaya yun po ang naging advice ko po. Pinuntaan po ni Erning.
Bakit si Ernesto, the Evangelista? Because the name of Ernesto Evangelista does not appear in the title.
Siya po yung anak na nakikialam doon sa property po.
Buhay pa ba siya?
Patay na po si Ernesto po.
O, yun yung problema. Kasi nagtuturo ka ng tao na patay. Yung mga Evangelista, patay na. Yung Inis Tumang, patay na rin, di ba? Buhay pa.
Wala na po.
Oh. Ayun yung problema, Mr. Chairman. Ito yung best excuse. Lahat na mga tinuturo, patay. But in the transaction, in the deed of sale between Tumang, your brother, and Willie Ong, naka-attach ba doon yung authority from Ernesto Evangelista?
Wala na po akong knowledge noon after nung pinapunta ko po si
You own the property,
Ernesto.
then you don't have the documents and the knowledge about it?
Kumpiyansa naman po ako doon sa aking kapatid dahil
Akala ko hindi kayo close. Tapos ngayon, pati sa property mo, siya ang binigyan mo ng authority?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh.
Kumpiyansa lang po ako doon sa aking kapatid.
But
na
you're
hindi po
inconsistent
ako
because when I asked you earlier, you told this committee na hindi kayo close, ngayon na ko nagkasama dahil sa kampanya.
Mr. Chair, hindi ko naman po sinabing hindi ko po kaaway ang kapatid ko. Hindi po kami nag-aaway. Kaya busy lang po kami parehas. Busy ako doon sa aking negosyo. Kaya biira lang po kaming magkita. Yun po ang sinasabi ko po.
Oh, sige, palusutin kita dyan. Okay. Now, SPA was given to your brother.
Nag-usap po si Ernesto Evangelista po at saka si Mayor Teddy po.
Hindi, pero ikaw yung may-ari.
Mr.
Kasi,
Chair,
alam mo,
sorry po,
Mr. Alex Tumang, ako personally, I don't believe that you own that property. Bakit si Mayor Tumang ang bibigyan ng SPA to transact with Willie Ong na ikaw yung may-ari nun?
Mr. Chair, nung tinawagan po ako, nasa Iloilo po ako.
Pwede naman pagbukasan yun eh. Pwede naman dapalengke. Pwede naman
Bihira lang
anytime.
po akong umuwi dahil nakatutok po ako doon sa mga project ko.
O di dapat pinadala sa iyo yung kontrata with the lawyers?
Hindi po kasi nakapangalan sa akin yung lupa.
Hindi na, pero ikaw yung owner. Yun yung sinasabi ko. And why? Why when you purchase that property, binigyan si Tumang, yung kapatid mo, ng SPA. But you claim to buy both that property.
Mr. Chair, kung uuwi man po ako, hindi po nakapangalan sa akin yung lupa, hindi naman po ako pwedeng mag-execute ng SPA po.
Sandali. Oo nga, pero yung sinasabi ko, Mr. Alex Tumang, na nung binili mo yung lupa, hindi na ilipat, nung nag-transaction kay Willie Ong, ngayon tinuturo mo yung kapatid mo na may SPA. Pero why? Bakit binigyan siya ng is o ng may-ari ng SPA na ikaw din lang ang bumili? How do you have now? Can you produce the copy of that SPA?
Wala po akong kopya rito, Mr. Chair.
Puro kayo wala eh. Yun ang sinasabi ko. Yung mga palusot nyo. Logically, ikaw ang bumili. Pagbili, bakit si kapatid mo binigyan ng SPA? Di ba? Dapat sa pangalan mo. Kung hindi mo mai-transfer. Tama. Tsaka may deed of sale kayo, di ba?
Mr. Chair, matagal na po nung
Wala na naman ng dokumento.
yung mga documents po dating nandun sa aking opisina nung nagkaroon ng bagyo noon at inabot ng tubig kaya ano-ano po yung mga
Ganun din yun,
documents ko.
yung reason ng PCA nung nakaraan.
Opo.
Dahil sa sunog. Ikaw naman bagyo. LRA, si RD, saan siya? RD, pwede mo ba ma-retrieve yung mga documents na yun with regards to the transaction?
Before that, let me acknowledge the presence of the honorable members of the committee, Congressman Zia Alonto Adjong, Congressman Ramon Rodrigo Gutierrez, Congresswoman Janet Garin, Congressman Crispin Diego Remulla, and Congressman Salvador Pleito. Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You have
LRA.
5 minutes.
Naku, maba. Okay, second round ako. Yes, LRA, can you produce this document? Kasi duda ako doon. Para makita ko lang kailan nangyaring deed of sale between Evangelista saka kay Alex Tumang. Tapos yung actual sale doon kay Willie Ong saka kay Mr. Alex Tumang na ngayon hugas kamay siya. Kasi ang next ko na tanong kung kilala mo hindi, ang next mo na sagot, alam ko na po, hindi mo kilala si Willie Ong. Di ba?
Mr. Chair,
But alam mo, on record, it never stated during the previous hearings doon sa Committee on Dangerous Drugs about that SPA na binigay mo, na nandun ka sa Iloilo. Hindi mo rin sinabi na hindi mo kilala si Willie Ong, pero alam ko na ngayon. Alam ko na ang sagot mo doon, hindi mo kilala si Willie Ong because you give an SPA to your brother. Ang dinidiin mo ngayon is your brother. Hindi ikaw. Yes, LRA.
Your Honor, we actually submitted all those documents either at the Committee on Public Accounts or Dangerous Drugs.
Definitely not in the public accounts, but in the dangerous drug
Yes,
siguro.
we're actually retrieving the files
Please
now.
po, dalawang ano yun yung sale between Alex Tumang and the Evangelista, and the
Yes,
sale between Alex Tumang with the SPA from Teddy Tumang and Willie Ong.
Yes, Your Honor,
Please.
we will retrieve.
Oh, Mr. Alex Tumang, wala na eh. Pero pag na-produce yun, magkabuhol-buhol ka rin. Now, anong company mo doon sa Iloilo?
Mr. Chair, meron po akong ginawa doon sa Iloilo po.
Ano nga? Ano project?
Mga K-12 project po ni
When was that?
Mayor. Mr. Chair,
Again, hindi mo na matandaan?
opo.
Oh, when was that?
Mr. Chair,
Kasi papacheck kita. Papacheck kita sa DPWH at saka sa DepEd. Kung at that time, at that month or year, mayroon ka project doon.
Mr. Chair, under po kay Mayor Jed.
Jed,
Opo, LGU po.
hindi nga, kailan nga?
Mr. Chair, sa tagal po, hindi ko na po matandaan.
Pero matatandaan ni Mayor Jed. Matandaan niya.
Possibly po. Possibly.
Possibly, pero ikaw talaga, hindi na. Wala na talaga. Hindi mo na matandaan.
Sorry po, Mr. Chair, sa dami na po ng
O anong company yung ginamit mo doon?
AC Tumang Construction po.
Easy Tumang.
Yes, Mr.
Mr. Chairman, can we direct the COMSEC to... Mr. Chairman, can we direct the COMSEC to communicate with the DepEd and the local government in Iloilo with regards to the project mentioned by Mr. Alex Tumang under the company A2,
Alpha Charlie
AC,
AC Tumang.
AC Tumang Construction Company, please.
Comsec, you are directed to coordinate with the LGU and DPWH of Iloilo. So, yeah, you have 35 seconds, Mr. Chairman, but we
Mr.
will
Chairman,
allow
okay
you
lang ako,
again
Chairman.
another minute.
Anyway, Mr. Chairman, tingnan ko na lang, baka pwede akong mag-second round mamaya because I have not yet asked questions to former Vice Mayor, to the Vice Mayor now, si Vice Mayor Giron, tapos yung isa pang kapitan na contractor din na allegedly siya yung nagpatayo nung building doon sa kay Willie Ong and Mayor Tumang, no? Tatanungin ko pa sana si Mayor Tumang, but of course, because of medical condition, di siya pwede. And, Mr. Chairman, just a short manifestation since I have still 35 seconds ba yun, minutes?
32 na lang, 32 seconds.
30 seconds. Mr. Chairman, once again, Mr. Chairman, I reserve my right for second round just in case. Kina Mr. Alex Tumang and the rest of the resource person from Mexico, Pampanga. And Mr. Chairman, just to put on record that in this hearing, Mr. Chairman, it was established. Kaya nga napakontempt si Mr. Tidi Tumang, the former mayor of Mexico, Pampanga, because he is lying, and he is directly connected with Willie Ong and Empire 999. And when in fact, it was confirmed by AMLAC that there is a bank transaction between Willie Ong and Alex Tumang or Teddy Tumang through the company, no, that was mentioned by this presentation, which is owned by Alex Teddy Tumang. The corporation is Morning Sun Industry, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Congressman Paduano. Before
Mr.
we
Chair.
recognize the next interpellator, the chair recognizes the presence of Congressman Steve Chongbian Solon. And
Mr. Chair,
yes, Congresswoman Luistro.
I want to take advantage of the presence of the Chairman of Public Accounts where the illegal acquisition of land originated this issue, controversy. I just want to know for the record if we have a complete account already of all the lands which were illegally acquired by the foreign nationals, both those which are titled and those which are untitled.
Well, earlier we asked the LRA to submit to the committee all land holdings under the name of Empire 999 and all of its incorporators, including ADT Yang, Willie Ong, and the others, no? And I believe we have already asked them to submit this document to us in the previous hearing, no? And we are in receipt of such document. So please provide a copy to Congresswoman Luistro.
Mr. Chair, may we know from the LRA and the assessor if we have data as to the total number of hectares or square meters of the land which were illegally transferred?
Do we have that figure, LRA? The exact number?
Your Honor, as regards those properties situated in Mexico, Pampanga, the total area is
So after po nito, the last interpellator for the first presentation of PIDEA is Congresswoman Castro. Then we will move to another presentation by PIDEA.
the total area acquired by Empire 999, Your Honor, is 116,545 square meters, less the those already transferred. We have a remaining 38,000 square meters as active in the name of Empire 999. As regards the stockholders, Your Honor, the list that we submitted included them already. However, we have the proviso that we do not guarantee that the same persons indicated therein are the same persons subject of the investigation in this committee.
Mr. Chair, the data that was given to us pertains only to the titled property. I understand that for those land which are covered merely by tax declarations, they do not normally pass through the office of the LRA. So may we know also from the assessor if we have a data as to the total number of hectares which were illegally transferred to foreign nationals in Mexico, Pampanga?
So the assessor of the Mexico, Pampanga only.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Is the assessor of the municipality of Mexico present, absent?
Absent.
So,
Mr. Chair, if this will be feasible, I wish to request the LRA, the central office, in as far as those which were established already as foreign nationals which misrepresented themselves, who misrepresented themselves as Filipino nationals, can we come up with a complete account of the lands, whether titled or otherwise, which were transferred to foreign nationals? Perhaps we can send a letter to the LRA administrator. Mr. Chair.
yeah, Comsec, you please communicate with the LRA with respect to the request of Congresswoman Luistro. Okay, so Congressman Paduano.
Last point, let me say to the LRA. So you confirm that it's only Empire 999?
Your Honor, as regards the corporations that we were able to extract the titles, their land holdings, we confirm them to be the same corporations because they have their articles of
Kaya
incorporation.
nga, Empire 999 lang.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yan ang sinabit niyo sa AMLAC.
I submitted them already, but subject for them to filter them.
Hindi, kaya nga, pero Empire 999 lang. Hindi pa yung mga
No,
individual incorporators.
Including all the incorporators. We
Including
also,
the incorporators.
yes, Your Honor. And we also submitted that to the other committees.
Okay, so Empire 999, titles,
Yes, Your Honor.
and incorporators
Yes,
of
Your
Empire 999. So it follows na nandun po yung Willie Ong, Eddie Tayang,
Yes,
and all
Your
others.
Yes, Your Honor.
AMLAC, do you confirm?
With respect to Empire 999, Mr. Chair, just this morning, they sent the
Huh?
list.
No, Your Honor.
Pero yung mga individual incorporators,
we
attorney.
submitted the list, Your Honor, to the committee.
Hindi, ganito na po. So, officially, from LRA just this morning, Tama, attorney?
No, it's not official, Your Honor, because the official transmittal that we made was with the committee. Now, I just furnish him a copy of that.
Okay, attorney, so ngayon lang po, ngayon lang kayo nakahawak noon. Akala ko ba na-submit na sa inyo nung nakaraan pa?
Because of the voluminous
Sandali po, ma'am.
transmittal, Your Honor.
Hindi, kasi nag-submit kayo sa committee.
Yes,
Ang
Your
kaya
Honor.
tinatanong ko ngayon yung AMLA. Now, attorney, so ngayon nyo lang nakuha yung mga list of titles?
Mr. Chair, the ones, the LRA that provided to us in August does not include the Empire 999, Mr. Chair.
Ano lang po nang nandun? Mga individual?
Corporate, actually, Mr. Chair. Those owned by Golden Sun,
Mexico 999?
Mexico, and Yatay, Mr. Chair.
Yatay. So, ang Empire ngayon lang.
Informally, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Now, how about individual Chinese nationals? Yung mga properties nila?
It's included in the one sent this morning, Mr. Chair.
Previously, wala.
None, Mr. Chair.
Anyway, Mr. Chairman, because the four COMSEC, I think it's only my COMSEC that is absent today's hearing. Yung dangerous drugs po, COMSEC, then you check with your staff. Then, yung public accounts, please check po. COMSEC, please coordinate with COMSEC Francis para po ma-retrieve yung mga documents with regards to the titles, no, ng mga incorporators, and at the same time, and then submit it to AMLAC. Kasi ang kailangan natin dito, hindi lang may mga korporasyon, pati yung mga individual. Kasi, di ba, may sale na nga si Edith Tiang sa Municipality of Mexico, Pampanga, which is the subject of case now against Mayor Teddy Tumang. Yung 79.5 million sale of property. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, so please, COMSEC, no, ano lang, ASAP lang, please, kindly coordinate with COMSEC Francis, no, to retrieve all those documents and submit to the AMLA within the day. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Congressman Paduano. The next to interpolate is Congresswoman Franz Castro. You are recognized. You have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Some clarification lang, Mr. Chair, doon sa presentation ng PIDEA, si ASEC Gumban, Mr. Chair. May I also request that the COMSEC, pwede po bang ipakita po yung matrix na presented to us by ASEC Gumban, doon po sa POGO Illegal Drugs Connections. So, meron lang po ako i-clarify na ilang bagay, Mr. Chair. So, doon po sa presentation, Mr. Chair, so, it seems talaga, Mr. Chair, na si Michael Yang, si Alan Lin, kasama na yung kanyang, yung asawa, si Michael Yang, si Alan Lin, ay talaga pong close. Tama po ba? At sila po ay, ay involved sa drugs. Sa illegal drugs. I mean, ASEC, Sir Chair.
Kindly repeat the question, please.
So, okay. So, doon po sa matrix na ipinakita niyo po, Mr. Chair, dito sa POGO Illegal Drugs. So, sinasabi niyo po ba na si Michael Yang, si Alan Lin, at ayun, ay talaga pong close po ba yan na mga involved sa illegal drugs? Do you say categorically that they are involved in illegal drugs?
Ma'am, Alan Lim is directly involved with drugs, but up to now we cannot connect Michael Yang yet in this link diagram.
Why? Bakit po? Bakit hindi niyo ma-connect po si Michael Yang na involved din sa illegal drugs? Kasi yun yung tanong ko kanina, Mr. Chair. Kasi 'di ba dito po no, kasi ang title nyo sa matrix, Pogos Illegal Drugs Connection. So ano po yung ito katulad niyan, yung nilagay niyo po pa po dyan, ano, yung picture ni Mr. Duterte, si Michael Yang, at saka si Alan Lim. At hindi po yan yung first na litrato po no, na nakikita nating magkakasama ang mga yan. So ang ibig sabihin po, itong si Lin, Alan Lin at si Michael Yang ay involved sa drugs, illegal drugs.
Ma'am, Mr. Chair, it's just to happen that they are part of the corporation. They are just incorporators. And the information that they are involved in drugs, that is according to Colonel Asierto.
Okay. So, nag-imbestiga po ba kayo doon, Mr. Chair? Kasi kung ito po yung binigay ni Colonel Asierto, so mula po noon na binibigay niya yung ganong information, nag-ano po ba kayo, nag-conduct kayo ng investigation, Mr. Chair?
Yes, ma'am, and Alan Lim is confirmed that involves in drugs. But what we have now is just Alan Lim and Michael Yang are just same incorporators. So we are still digging on the accounts of Michael Yang. And that is for the AMLAC to determine.
Yes. So ano po yung ano ulit, yung corporation nitong dalawang to na they are involved?
Ma'am, Rose Nonolin and Michael Yang are also co-incorporators of a certain Alan Lin in Piley Holdings Corporation. Piley Holdings, ma'am.
Piley Holdings. Ano po yung negosyo nila, Mr. Chair? Doon sa corporation. Ano pong linya ng trabaho or industry?
We do not know yet, ma'am, about their the business of Piley.
Mr. Chair, sorry parang nag-present po kayo ng ganitong matrix. So syempre kami po sa House of Reps na mga kongresista, tatanungin po natin yung mga detalye niyan. So kung ako po yung titingin dyan, parang may connection ang mga yan. Hindi po ba? Kasi eto, si Alan Lin, involved sa droga. So ito, nilagay niyo dyan, si Alan Lin at saka si Michael Yang na isa sa isang corporation. Etong Full Win Group. Ano po ba yung negosyo nung dalawa na they are incorporators? Kasali po yung asawa ni Lin, Mr. Chair.
Ma'am, we are checking it regarding the Piley Holdings.
Mr. Chair, come again.
We are checking it right now, ma'am, about the Piley Holdings because actually that is not exhaustively identified by PDEA because we are just going through up to Rose Nonolin and to involve up to the last Alice Goo, ma'am.
Well, Mr. Chair, so it seems na merong exception doon sa information. Kasi po, yun nga po, nag-present kayo ng matrix na ganyan, dinidig namin yung mga relasyon ng mga taong nandiyan, pati yung corporation. So, ASEC, meron po ba kayong meron po ba kayong ine-accept or meron kayong tinatago dito? Kasi pag tiningnan po natin yan, Mr. Chair, magkakasama yan si Mr. Duterte, si Alan Lin, si Michael Yang, di ba? So, ano po yung mga relasyon nitong mga tatlong ito? Sinama niyo pa po si Senator Bongo na nilink ninyo kay Alan Lin. So, may tanong din po ako doon. So hindi kayo pwedeng mag-present sa amin ng JASA Matrix na akala ninyo hindi kami nag-iisip at nag-analyze. Kasi kanina pa po ako nag-analyze yung inyong matrix. May mga alam ko naman po yung ibig sabihin ng mga arrow 'di ba? May link. Tinuturo po natin yan sa mathematics, yung mga links. So, ano po yung, pakibalik nga po, Comsec, yung matrix, para po maintindihan po natin. Kasi kung ako po yung titingin doon, ibig niyo bang sabihin, Mr. Asek, Gumban, dahil, ayan o, sabi niyo po, involved si Alan Lin sa droga. Si Michael Yang ay kasama ni Michael Lin sa corporation. Tinatanong ko ngayon, ano ba yung line of business po ng corporation? Kasi Mr. Chair, kung natatandaan ninyo, doon sa Committee on Drugs, na-establish natin na si Michael Yang ay isang isang drug lord or involved sa illegal drugs. At tignan niyo po, yung inyong title sa Matrix, Pogo Illegal Drugs Connections. So sabihin niyo po sa akin, at ibig sabihin, yung mga link-link ba yan? Saan po yan? Involved sa Pogo, illegal drugs. So tanong ko po, so idig niyo pa po yung corporation ni Michael Yang at saka ni Alan Lin. So ito po, nilagyan niyo ng arrow si Alan Lin at saka si Senator Bongo. Tama po ba yon? Senator, tingnan ko nga po.
Ma'am, regarding Piley,
Oo, dun sa matrix.
Piley, ma'am, is to engage in general construction business, including the constructing, enlarging, repairing, developing, or engaging in any work upon building houses and condominium roads, plants, bridges, airfields, piers, waterworks, railroads, and other structures, except government-funded projects and other defense-related projects. That is the relations of the POGO, ma'am. They're the one constructing the Piley, is the one constructing the buildings.
Pogo. Sila
Pogo.
po yung nag-construct ng mga Pogos. Yung mga-
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Dahil nilagay niyo rin po illegal drugs diyan, So, si Alan Lin, hindi lang po siya involved sa construction ng mga illegal pogo, infrastructure or mga buildings, involved din siya sa illegal drugs. So, don't you think or can you infer na baka involved din si Michael Yang sa droga?
So far, ma'am, what we have is Alan Lim has a case in drugs. But with regards to Michael Yang, we are still going into investigations regarding that matter together with other government agencies.
Yes, so medyo Mr. Chair, medyo matagal matagal tayong siguro mahirap talaga mag-imbestiga. Pero matagal na po yan natin na pinag-uusapan. Papanahon pa ng Parmali, 2016 pa yan, yung pangalan ng Michael Yang. At hanggang ngayon ay hindi pa natin po siya na-imbestigan. Ilang beses na po yan lumalabas. Even sa Committee on Dangerous Drugs, sinasabi po na si Michael Yang ay involved sa illegal drugs. Pero sige po, intayin namin yung inyong yung inyong investigation. Ano pa po yung mga corporation na involved po si Alan Lin at saka si Michael Yang? So yun lang
Chair.
po ba, Mr.
Chair, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, may I interject? Just one question lang. It puzzles me, Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of Congresswoman Castro. I'd like to ask us, just for clarity of this committee, di ba kayo po yung nag-present ng matrix na to?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. And the heading of the matrix very clear. Pogo, illegal drugs connection, is it correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So why did you put Michael Yang there if you're not fully convinced that Michael Yang is not connected with any illegal drug trade?
In the beginning, sir, we stated already that this matrix was taken from the, it is a compilation.
Yeah, but
Not exactly from PDEA alone.
yeah, but you're the one who presented this, Mr. Chair, to the committee. So we presume you already have enough information to respond to the question of Congresswoman Castro. It appears that you are assailing your own matrix by saying that you do not have enough information to link Michael Yang with illegal drug operation. Why would you put their name there? That's very incriminating, and yet you're coming here telling us that you do not have enough evidence to prove.
He was with the Pogo holding, sir, with the Pogo thing.
But you should have at least clarified that in your matrix before coming here because it's very clear. We all understood the arrows. Tama nga po yung sinabi ni Congresswoman Castro. Very clear po yung mga arrows dyan. And yung heading is very incriminating, Pogo illegal drug trade. Lahat po ng pangalan dyan, from the very start, first glance, it appears that all of these individuals are connected in one way or the other in the illegal drug trade.
Yes, sir. That's correct, sir. They are connected in such a way that others are just connected because they are just the same incorporators. Not exactly that they are involved in drugs.
Yeah, but I guess, Mr. Chair, no? I think it puzzles me, Mr. Chair, because the way I understood the matrix is that all of these individuals are somehow connected one way or the other in the operation of illegal drugs vis-a-vis the illegal Pogo operation. So it puzzles me, Mr. Chair, that now Congresswoman Castro is digging deeper into the arrangement in the transaction between and among these corporations, and yet we're getting information from PIDEA na hindi mismo sila sigurado. I just want to put that into record, Mr. Chair, Asek Gumban.
Thank you, Congressman Adjong.
They have to be clear on their presentation.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Please proceed, Congresswoman Castro.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Kasi ina-analyze ko talaga yung matrix, no? Parang sa statement po ni ASEC Gumban, parang meron siyang ine-exempt, no? Kasi tinanong ko rin po ito, no, yung relasyon ni Mr. Duterte kay Michael Yang. At since close siya dahil nga doon sa inappoint pa ito, no, as economic advisor or whatever sa pwesto niya doon sa presidential. Pero sinasabi niyo ngayon na wala pa po kayong conclusion na si Michael Yang ay involved din sa droga. Pero balikan natin yung matrix, Mr. Chair. Si Alan Lin, Mr. Chair, ay kinonect. Sorry nakita ko kasi yung kinonect po kay Senator Bongo. Sinabi nyo kanina, si Alan Lin ay involved sa illegal drugs. So, ang ibig bang sabihin, involved din si Senator Bongo sa drugs since kinonect nyo po siya. So, ano po yung ibig sabihin po nung arrow nyo? Yung connection ni Alan Lin at saka ni Senator Bongo po. Gusto ko lang pong malinawan.
Ma'am, according to our informant, they are just close friends. That's why you just put it there. They are just close friends. It is not specific that they are involved in drugs. That's why we have these incorporators, just to interlink them. And we are still digging that what we can have against these people. It is not yet complete, ma'am. It is ongoing.
Okay. So, si Alan Lin po, no, close friend. So, alam po ni Bongo ang mga trabaho po ni Alan Lin. Na alam po ni Senator Bongo, dahil sila ay close friends, alam po niya na si Lin ay involved sa illegal drugs. Yan po yung tanong ko.
Yun.
That would be answered by Senator Bongo, ma'am, not us yet. Because we are still investigating, we do not have concrete proof yet of what their transactions is.
Okay.
What we have there is they are just close friends, according to our informant.
Okay. Okay. Thank
We
you
do
po.
not know what they are talking about. They do not know what they are talking about if they are close friends. We are just guessing what they are talking.
Pero sorry po Asek Gumban, wag po kayong gagawa ng ganyang matrix na incriminating at kino-connect nyo tapos ang title nyo ay illegal and pogo drugs connection. At yan po, nilagay nyo rin po yan. Kompletuhin nyo po yung inyong investigation dyan at syempre po yung Mr. Chair, sa AMLA naman, so nakita niyo na po yung meron na po ba kayong inimbestigahan dito sa mga personality on drugs po? AMLA. As regards to kung meron pong money laundering involvement.
Sir Chair, based on the presentation, as far as I can recall, there is just one corporation there, the RMCE, where it owns an account that was subject of a petition for civil forfeiture by the MLC related to other subjects, Mr. Chair, who are not on the matrix.
Okay, so sinabi na po ni ASEC Gumban, Mr. Chair, na it's up for the AMLA no, to investigate. So pwede po ba, halimbawa yung si Michael Yang, yung Alan Lin, ay ma-subject din po sa kung meron po tayong tinakikitang money laundering activity po.
Mr. Chair, we will coordinate po with the PIDEA, but then again, for the AMLC to have jurisdiction to conduct money laundering investigation, there must be an unlawful activity that has been developed already, Mr. Chair. But as regards to money laundering investigation, then we will coordinate, Mr. Chair, with the PIDEA.
Napaka-selective po ng ating mga action po ng ating gobyerno, no? Katulad nitong AMLA, Mr. Chair. Yung mga religious organizations na gumagampan ng kanilang pagtulong, mga services sa mga may hirap, sa iba't ibang mga rural areas, sinabject nyo agad sa AMLA, sinabject nyo agad na ma-freeze yung mga yung mga account. Samantalang ito, no, kung nakikita na natin na sinasabi naman ng PIDEA na involved sa illegal drugs at sinasabi niya naman na sina-challenge kayo na tignan ninyo. So, pwede ba mag-coordinate po, Mr. Chair, ang AMLA at saka ang PIDEA para makita lang po talaga natin na merong talagang money laundering problem dyan po.
Mr. Chair, we have a very strong coordination with the PIDEA, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, kailan po kayo mag-iimbestiga?
Mr. Chair,
O nagsisimula na?
we are coordinating with PIDEA, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, thank you, Mr. Chair. So, siguro, for the last manifestation, no, yung pong ating yung ating pong matrix na pinipresent, it seems that Michael Yang, Alan Lin, Mr. Duterte are connected. At sinasabi ng PIDEA, Alan Lin is involved in illegal drugs and Pogo. Therefore, si Michael Yang din po involved din dun sa Pogo. Iimbestigahan pa rin po ng PIDEA ang involvement ni Michael Yang kasi nakita natin yung sinabi dito ni Mr. Duterte, no, kay Michael Yang, no, kung may mapapatunayan sa kanya. Tapos ito po yung tungkol doon kay Senator Bongo. So nakakalito lang po, no. So sana po ay kung tayo po ay mag-iisip, malilink natin sila na involved sila. Okay? So yun lang po, Mr. Chair. Hintayin po natin yung mas malalim na investigation po ng PIDEA.
Okay,
Mr. Chair.
thank you, Congresswoman Castro. So, if I may, Congressman Abante, following the line of questioning of Congresswoman Castro, may I ask the PIDEA that yung point po na when you submit to the committee a matrix, please make sure that the information that you have gathered are enough and sufficient to be able to prove your point. Because the committee is, we have a theory Yung aming theory from the beginning of this investigation tungkol sa drugs ay sinasabi na po natin na meron pong kaugnayan ang illegal drugs dito sa Pogo. And in between, yun ang hinuhukay natin at tinitingnan natin. Now, if personalities appear in the conduct of these proceedings, may mga personalidad na umappear, kailangan po ma-substantiate natin. Yun lang ang aking request. Kasi mahirap naman ho na mag-akusa tayo, tapos wala naman po tayong sufficient na ebidensya. But I do understand that the investigation is ongoing, and it's not very easy, really, to substantiate, no, or get more information in relation to the involvement of certain personalities. Mahirap talaga yon. Kasi hindi naman magpapahuli ng buhay kung totoo nga namang may involvement sa ganyang klaseng illegal activities yung mga yan. Hindi yan basta-basta maghuli. That's the reason why we have now uncovered that there are layerings. Naglayering po yung mga kumpanya kung saan itong mga drug personalities, alleged drug personalities, are are involved. Kaya ang ating na we should be circumspect at bigyan ng mas sufficient na mga information para mas tumibay ang ating mga ebidensya. Salamat, PIDEA. Yes, Congressman Abante, before we proceed to another presentation.
Yeah, in relation to what you said and Congresswoman Castro, no, Asek Gumban, why do you have to include Senator Bongo in the matrix when he is not even an incorporator? Because they're just close friends, you have to include him? Why?
Yes, sir, that is to establish that these people, Alan Lim, has a connection to higher ups because of their friendship with higher people.
Oh my goodness, is Senator Bongo involved in Pogo and in drugs? Were you able to investigate that?
Sorry, Mr. Chair, maybe the title is wrong. Our title
The
of the
title is
presentation
wrong.
is wrong.
So, ibig sabihin nito, it also would be wrong for you to include a person who is not involved in those alleged crimes. Asik Gumban.
Yes, as I have said, sir, the title of the matrix of our presentation is quite lacking. What we have, sir, is their connections. This Alan Lim, his connections with influential people. Just connection, whatever it is, they have
If they have connection to influential people, ibig sabihin, tama si Congresswoman Castro, meron silang involvement doon. Inyo bang nababasa ito na meron tayong kasabihan, birds of the same feather flock together? Di ba?
It's possible, sir.
Oh,
It is
possible. O ngayon possible na. Kanina tinatanggi mo na si Michael Yang kasama doon, including the senator putting in there as close friends. Hindi dapat kasama. Oo. Yan ang sinasabi ni Chairman Ace Barbers. Huwag tayong magkakamali. Because you do not want to accuse a wrong person. Asek Gumban.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Thank you.
kung di po involved sa illegal drugs si Senator Bongo, pwede bang sabihin na protector ito ng mga personality ng involved sa illegal drugs? So logic lang po yun.
Now, with
So,
the
close
indulgence
friends-
of Congresswoman Castro, mahirap po kasing kasi nga nabanggit po nila kanina na ongoing naman po yung kanilang investigation. We may probably have our own opinion on the presentation na ginawa nila, no? And there are questions still hanging. And in fairness naman sa kanila, hindi pa naman sila tapos, no? And I would beg the indulgence of Congresswoman Castro that to give them more time to submit to the committee kung ano ang kanilang findings. Sabi ko nga kanina, it is difficult really na magbanggit tayo ng pangalan na wala tayong sufficient na ebidensya.
So I yield to the wisdom of our chair, Mr. Chair.
Maraming salamat po, Congresswoman Castro. Since the good Congresswoman is the last interpolator on the first presentation of PIDEA, now we can move on to, you still have another presentation, PIDEA?
Yes, Mr. Chair, regarding Domoy clandestine laboratory.
Where is Domoy? Where is Domoy?
Domoy, sir, is the place where
yeah,
the clandestine
I remember.
laboratory was raided by PIDEA in Davao City.
Sige
That
po.
was in 2004, sir.
Okay, so ito ay drugs pa rin.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige po. Okay, please, is that, ilang minuto ho yan, Yusek? How many minutes is the presentation?
6 minutes, 40 seconds, sir.
Okay, sige, please proceed.
Ready na? Mr. Chair, Your Honors, this presentation covers the chronology of events from December 31, 2004 to January 5, 2005, based from PIDEA Blatter, Dumoy case folder, and from other sources. On the screen, are the locations of the Domoy clandestine laboratory, location of 2 warehouses, and Arlene apartment, all in Davao City. On December 31, 2004, Davao City Clandestine Shabu Laboratory was dismantled by PDEA Region 11, Special Operations Unit, Anti-Illegal Drugs Special Operations Task Force, led by Asierto, Pacer Mindanao, Regional Intelligence Group of Pro 11 at MacArthur Highway, Barangay Dumoy, Davao City. Per PDEA Blatter. On December 31, 2004, 6 o'clock p.m., joint elements of PDEA 11 and AIDSOT, led by Police Superintendent Wilkins Villanueva and Police Superintendent Eduardo Asierto, left the office for the implementation of Search Warrant Number 1088, duly signed by Honorable Judge Renato A. Fuentes, Branch 9, Regional Trial Court, Davao City, against Alan C., Jed Pilapil C., Alex C., Jung Pilapil, and alias Joey, John Does, and Jane Does for violation of Republic Act 9165. Seized in the clandestine laboratory are the following: processed shabu found on separate rooms of second floor of the Dumoy warehouse during the implementation of search warrant issued by Judge Fuentes. Processed shabu on its final stage of drying, assorted precursors and chemicals found on the ground floor, rotary evaporator found in one of the room and mixers used on the early stage of the production. 6 foreigners died during the shootout. On the screen are the pictures taken in Dumoy Clandestine Laboratory on January 1, 2005. Based on PDEA Blatter, January 1, 2005, 10:35 a.m., PDEA personnel left this office led by SPO3 Baltasar Carillo, with BID personnel led by Police Superintendent Winnie Kidato, proceeded to Arlen apartment in Torres Street, Obrero, Davao City, to follow up on dismantled clandestine laboratory. Still on January 1, 2005, 11 o'clock a.m., PDEA personnel and BID personnel returned office and endorsed the following persons, namely: Jed Pilapil C., 29 years old, Lin Lu C., 63 years old, Tony Lu, 42 years old, Lim King Shu, 64 years old, John Pa C., 56 years old, Yashu Gu, 40 years old, Zen Wen Tun, 18 years old, Lo Shi Xiao, 14 years old, Carlos C., 28 years old, Kyle Lanora, 46 years old, Alan Lim D., 34 years old, Ren D., 15 years old, Irene T. Dolar D., 39 years old, one Filipina, that is Jed Pilapil C., and the half Chinese national, $10 DC. The rest are Chinese nationals. They were endorsed to PDEA Region 11 for questioning and later released under custody of BID, Regional Office 11, Davao City. January 1, 2005, at 7 o'clock p.m., Police Senior Inspector Juan Pilo Cañete, Philippine National Police, escorted Jed Pilapil C. at Barrio Obrero, particularly in Arlen's apartment, Lacandula Street, Barrio Obrero, Davao City. Placed on certification that Jed Pilapil C. was released from the custody of PDEA in good physical and mental condition. Still based on PDEA Blatter, January 4, 2005, 11:45 a.m., Joint elements of PDEA Region 11, AIDSOT, and RIID, or Regional Intelligence Investigation 11, led by Police Superintendent Wilkins Villanueva, Police Superintendent Asierto, and Police Superintendent Aquino, respectively left this office for the implementation of Search Warrant Number 1091 in Agdao, Davao City. Still based on PDEA Blatter, the subject of Search Warrant Number 1091 in Agdao, Davao City are Alan C., Carlos C., Jed Pilapil C., Jong Pilapil, and Alex Kim for violation of Republic Act 9165. The operation resulted in the dismantling of the chemical storage facilities and the confiscation of assorted controlled precursors and essential chemicals and equipment. On January 4, 2005, 12:50 p.m., SPO 3B Carillo endorsed the living person of one Jed Pilapil C in good health and good physical condition. January 4, 2005, Carlos C. was turned over to duty custodial guard in PDEA. That is at 2:20 p.m. Still based on PDEA Blatter, January 5, 2005, 12:35 p.m. PDEA operatives left the office bound to Bunawan area, Davao City, to conduct anti-drug operation. Air scrubber, a laboratory equipment used to mask the foul odor emitted during the initial stage of the process, found at the Politics Industrial Corporation compound in Bunawan, Davao City, owned by Alan C. This photo was taken on January 5, 2005, after the anti-drug operation in Bunawan Warehouse, Davao City. That ends my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Yusek Gumban. Clarification lang. Why are you saying it's Blatter? Wala bang report sa PDEA? Bakit laging PDEA Blatter?
At that time, sir, we are not yet linked through computers, so it is in the Blatter, always in the Blatter.
So all anti-illegal drug activities that time were hindi pa what they call this, hindi pa PDEA ang nag-store ng mga reports.
We have still the PDEA already, sir, at 2002, but the personnel there in PDEA are all loaned from the Philippine National Police.
Okay, let me ask si former DG of the PDEA, Wilkins Villanueva. So when did you assume as Director General of PDEA?
I was appointed May 22, 2020, Mr. Chair.
2020.
Yes,
But
Mr.
in
Chair.
2004, during that trade, you were already an operative of the...
I was the
anti-illegal
regional
drugs.
director of the PDEA Regional Office 11.
So PDEA ka na nun.
At the same time, PACER kasi ako nung police pa, sir, ako nun eh.
What is PACER?
PACER, Police Anti-Crime Emergency Response.
Okay. So...
Yun yung pumalit, sir, sa PAOK, CTF.
Okay. So PACER, which also covers drugs.
Lahat yun, sir. Lahat po.
So lahat
po.
ng anti-illegal, anti-criminality
Yes,
activities.
Mr. Chair.
So you were the regional director.
Yes, southern area office. Southern part of Mindanao, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so you were part of the team that raided the Dumoy apartment. Dumoy apartment ba yun o warehouse?
I led the
Okay.
operation, Mr. Chair.
Okay, and during that operations, merong kayong na-apprehend ng mga Chinese nationals.
Wala kaming na-apprehend during the operation, Mr. Chair.
And
Operation on December 31, dun yun, sir, sa Dumoy Clandestine Laboratory.
okay.
So, may 6 na namatay doon, Mr. Chair.
Yan ang I was referring to that.
Yes,
If
Mr.
meron
Chair.
pa bang iba?
Wala na, Mr. Chair.
So Dumoy lab,
yes,
clandestine lab
clandestine
lang.
laboratory,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Walang Chinese nationals na apprehend doon.
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
But there were Chinese nationals who were killed.
That was on Arlene Apartment. At Arlene Apartment, Mr. Chair, kung saan doon nakatira yung grupo na yun yung unang nilapagan, Mr. Chair, ng grupo na galing sa Maynila na we receive information from the USDEA that Chinese nationals were arriving at Davao City. So, sinundan namin at doon lumapag, Mr. Chair. Doon kami nag-umpisang magtrabaho sa Arlene Apartment.
So, ibig sabihin, nagkaroon ng enkwentro, nagkabarilan dun sa Arlene apartment?
No, Mr. Chair. Arlene Apartment is in Agdao.
Okay. I was asking
Residential
you-
yon, Mr. Chair.
Okay, listen, DG ha. My question was, doon sa Dumoy ba, na clandestine laboratory, may na-apprehend na mga Chinese?
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
Wala. Tinuro mo yung Arlene apartment. So I thought that you were explaining to me that the Chinese that were apprehended inside the Arlene apartment. Tama ba yun?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So doon sila hinuli.
Buong apartment yun, sir. Isang linyang apartment. Lahat ng Chinese doon, sir, pinag-ano namin.
So,
Kinwestiyon
yun na nga.
namin.
So lahat ng Chinese doon sa linya ng apartment na yon, according to you, ay hinuli nyo
Yeah, for questioning, Mr. Chair.
for questioning. Now, I noticed in the list of the names of the Chinese nationals there, meron dong 14 years old tsaka isang 15 years old.
Hindi ko na matandaan kasi yung mga...
Can we show
ano,
again please? Can we show the list of the names at Comsec? Kasi merong 14 tsaka 15. So, ang ibig sabihin, lahat sila, ginather nyo doon sa Arlene apartment, pati yung 14 tsaka 15-year-old, tinanong nyo rin, in-interview nyo rin.
in interview, Mr. Chair.
And then, do you still recall ano yung nangyari doon sa interview nyo?
Yung, we just want to find out yung relation nung mga isa't isa doon, sir. Kasi yung syndicate is kumuha ng 3 bahay, 3 pinto sa apartment. Doon sila lahat lalabas, may bibilihin na equipment, babalik doon. So in short, doon yung home base nung drug syndicate na nag-ooperate ng Dumoy. Yan sir. Yan yung whole area ng Arlene apartment. Diyan kami dinala galing sa airport. And this apartment, Mr. Chair, was the subject also of our previous operation pero hindi nag-prosper. So, alam namin itong apartment na ito. In fact, Mr. Chair, nagpapasok pa kami ng, nagpa-employ pa kami ng tao dito, Mr. Chair, para araw-araw meron kaming lookout as katulong ng one of the apartments, Mr. Chair. So, what we did, lahat ng naandon na Chinese looking na nagre-reflect sa aming mga surveillance camera, pinag-invite namin, Mr. Chair, to find out more doon sa post-operation investigation. At ito, hindi ko na matandaan yan, Mr. Chair, eh. Kasi sama-sama yan.
Kasama ba dyan yung 6 Chinese nationals that were killed?
Wala, Mr. Chair, kasi you shoot, dun, una sa shootout sila namatay, sir, eh. Doon sa Dumoy Laboratory. This was after the operation sa Dumoy clandestine laboratory, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so ibig sabihin, yung namatay na 6 plus ito. Ayan yung mga Chinese na nandiyan dyan.
Nadaan doon, Mr. Chair. Nadaan
Okay.
doon.
So, I was given an information that after the Dumoy raid, I think ikaw din yata nag-lead nitong team na to, you went to a CDO Cagayan de Oro warehouse to make a follow-up. Tama ba yan?
Yes, Mr. Chair. That was after the conduct of post-operation investigation. Ibig sabihin, Mr. Chair, lahat ng basura doon, tiningnan natin, lahat ng karton, tiningnan natin yung mga kung saan galing, tinuro ngayon kami sa Cagayan de Oro City, Mr. Chair.
Do you remember the exact address of the Cagayan de
It
Oro
was
warehouse?
on a warehouse, Mr. Chair. Yung meron kasi rentahan ng warehouse sa Cagayan de Oro na pinaparentahan each and every warehouse. Doon namin nakita yung iba pang laboratory
Equipment.
equipment.
Okay.
Ang thinking ko, Mr. Chair, is after sa Dumoy Laboratory, mag-establish sila na another laboratory
Sa Cagayan,
sa Cagayan de Oro.
Okay. Do you recall kung sino may-ari ng warehouse?
Same, Johnson Chua, Mr.
Johnson
Chair.
Chua rin.
Yes, sir. So, ang ginagawa kasi modus nila, Mr. Chair, is pag naubos na yung chemicals sa isang area, hindi na sila maglilipat. Kukuha na naman ng bagong chemicals doon sa ini-establish nilang laboratory. So hindi sila natapos dito dahil na-stop na nga sir yung operation nila. If you can see dun sa presentation nila, there was another warehouse dun sa Agdao naman, Mr. Chair. Naka-ready yun for that clandestine laboratory. This clandestine laboratory, Mr. Chair, is just 5 days old.
Yung Agdao.
Yes, no, in Dumoy.
Okay.
Kasi from the start of the manufacture, 5 years, kaya walang ang nailabas doon, Mr. Chair. Walang nailabas na gamit or drugs doon dahil naagapan namin. Otherwise, uubusin nila lahat ng chemicals na naandun sa Agdao na warehouse. And also, doon sa Polytex naman. Kasi kung makikita nyo, merong malaking air scrubber doon, Mr. Chair, doon sa Polytex, sabi Bunawan, yun yung ilalagay nila sa Cagayan de Oro. And they will be building a bigger laboratory, bigger than that in Dumoy, Mr. Chair.
So, sa iyong palagay, konektado yung Dumoy, Agdao, and then the one in Cagayan de Oro.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, yan ay sindikato nung
Mr. Chair,
sinasabi.
dinala kami doon. 24/7 na kasi yung coverage namin doon sa grupo. So there were times from Davao City, dediretsyong Cagayan de Oro. Yung tao natin, sir, susunod hanggang Cagayan de Oro. Mag-check, uutos na agad ako na mag-check-in ng hotel at magbibili na ng damit agad, Mr. Chair, dahil ang bit-bit nila kung ano yung suot lang nila eh.
Okay.
So talagang coverage yun. For 3 months covered, 24/7 yung operation na yun.
Who was the main personality doon sa inyong 24/7 ninyong monitoring?
Si Alan C. is the operations officer. Siya yung bumibili ng mga freezer, ng iba't ibang gamit. Si Jed Pilapil C., convicted na ito, nakakulong na ito, sir.
Yung asawa ito?
Asawa ni Alan C.
Okay.
Kasama rin sa bumibili ng gamit. And si Jong Pilapil, kapatid ni Jed C., ganun din, sir. Procurement officers din
So,
sila.
si Jed Pilapil si Pilipino yan, no? Yung Jong Pilapil ay Pilipino.
Pilipino rin yan.
Ang asawa niya ay si Alan C.,
Alan
who
C.
is a Chinese national.
Yes, Mr.
Now,
Chair.
ang ibig niyo sabihin, yung Dumoy, Agdao, and Cagayan de Oro, si Alan C. And family yan. Walang ibang personality na involved. Maybe a financier or the owner of the warehouse, yung mga ganyan. Anong...
We believe, Mr. Chair, si Alan C. is only in Cagayan de Oro base. Siya yung operations officer doon. But ang main player doon is si Johnson Chua.
okay. Yun yung Johnson Chua that was presented as the alleged mastermind.
Yes, Mr.
Okay.
Chair. Siya rin yung siya rin yung nag-rent doon sa Cagayan de Oro City. For the information of the body, Mr. Chair, binayaran nila yung Cagayan de Oro City ng warehouse cash 1 year.
Okay.
Pero hindi pa nila tinirahan yun. Naglagay lang sila ng mga gamit doon, Mr. Chair.
And na-recover niyo yung mga gamit?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ano yung mga gamit?
Ganun din, sir. Kung ano yung nakita mo dito sa laboratory,
So, kung-
ganun din yung
Ang
naandun.
ano yun? Pang-laboratory?
Laboratory, ano, sir.
Okay. So, is Johnson Chua a Chinese Filipino or
I believe
Chinese?
he's Chinese
National.
national,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
So, what are the other information you have gathered kay Mr. Johnson Chua?
Ganito kasi yan, Mr. Chair. We were overwhelmed. Kokonti lang ang PIDEA noon. Yung age SOT ni Colonel Asierto is 6 lang sila, sir. Isang team lang sila eh. Overwhelmed talaga kami ng trabaho. Now, yung nakita na namin, Mr. Chair, na nagdadry na sila, on the drying stage na sila, sir, we immediately applied for a search warrant kay Judge on December 29 of 2004. The search warrant was granted by Judge Fuentes. So initially, ang tutok ng buo, kukunti lang kami no, sir, less than 28 lang ang PIDEA nun sa Region 11. Ang tutok namin is yung laboratory. But we know na merong mga different warehouses na binibisita. 5 warehouses yun, Mr. Chair, yung pino-cover namin. 3 doon, 2 doon na warehouse nag-positive, tsaka isang laboratory. So inuna namin yung laboratory. Kaya kung makikita nyo doon, Mr. Chair, December 31, we conducted anti-clandestine laboratory operation doon sa Dumoy. Natapos yun, Mr. Chair. Immediately, pumunta kami ngayon sa warehouse at doon sa Island Apartment. Nung gabi na rin yun, Mr. Chair. Para maagapan, baka makuha namin yung mga naando na sino-surveillance namin, baka makita namin doon sa apartment. Kasama na po doon si General Simeon Dizon, kasama doon si Mayor Duterte, kasama...
Yan, yung nasa pictures kanina.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
Mr. Chair. So, nag-backtrack, post-investigation, nakita namin yung sinubaybayan namin another warehouse sa Agdao, nag-apply na naman kami ng another warrant for that. That is why January 4 na i-implement yung sa Agdao, Mr. Chair. And then, another warehouse or yung Polytex, Davao Polytex International, doon namin nakuha naman yung scrubber, January 5 naman yon, Mr. Chair.
Pagka merong bang may possession ng scrubber, CPEC
Yes,
ba yan?
Mr. Chair.
So kasama yan dun sa
Laboratory.
CPEX. Okay, so part of the laboratory.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So if you're caught with possession of a scrubber, as you call it, you are liable against the you are violating.
Walang violation, Mr. Chair, pero definitely, pang-laboratory yun, Mr. Chair. Pang-shop yun.
Okay. So wala ba ibang gumagamit ng scrubber?
Wala po.
Okay. I don't know if this is a coincidence. Kasi when you made a follow-up operation sa Cagayan de Oro, dun sa warehouse na yon, do you remember where the location of the warehouse is? Hindi mo na matandaan
Hindi
yung
ko na
address?
ma-recall, Mr. Chair, pero dun sa... Hindi.
Kasi I was given an information na yung warehouse na yan ay located doon sa area where allegedly the brother of Michael Yang, Mr. Tony Yang, has a business.
Possible, Mr. Chair.
So I don't know if this is a coincidence, no? Na medyo malapit sa mga Yang itong usapin tungkol sa clandestine Shabu laboratory.
Yes. But Mr. Chair, kasi during that time, talagang wala kaming personality na Michael Yang eh.
Okay.
Kaya hindi namin pinansin, hindi nga kilala si Michael Yang. Kasi si Johnson Chua lang, sir, ang kilala namin.
Okay.
Now, during the, while we were on the intelligence and surveillance operation sa Dumoy, biglang lumabas, according to Colonel Asierto, lumabas yung pangalan ng Alan Lim. Dahil si Alan Lim, Mr. Chair, is subject nila sa Cavite. Pero hindi ko kilala si Alan Lim. So, kala ni Colonel Asierto na si Alan Lim is same person with Alan C. Kaya, nasa Manila si Colonel Asierto, so tinawagan niya ako, Bok, si Alan C. nahuli. Sabi ko, paano mahuhuli? Nandito yan eh. Nasa Arlene apartment eh. So, it came out na si Alan Lim na alleged owner ng Cavite Clandestine Laboratory is different from Alan C. sa Davao Dumoy Laboratory, Mr. Chair. But, si Michael Yang wala doon sa personality, Mr. Chair eh. Kasi kung naandun siya sa personality, Mr. Chair, kasama siya sa kinuha namin.
So,
Kasama siya dun sa listahan na naandun, Mr. Chair.
wala kayong mga information
wala,
sa
Mr. Chair.
intelligence reports, wala siya.
Wala po.
walang-
But si Johnson Chua, Mr. Chair, ang main player.
Is there a
That we thought
connection
during
or
that
link
time.
between Johnson Chua and Mr. Michael Yang?
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
Wala? No business transactions? Nothing?
We did not conduct the post-operation investigation on Michael Yang because wala nga siya sa personality namin, including sa HSOT personality. Kasi
When you did your intel gathering against Mr. Johnson Chua, wala kayong wala kayong nakita na Michael Yang doon.
wala po.
So you're telling us that Michael Yang is not in any way, as per you, not connected with Johnson Chua syndicate.
Michael Yang is not collected in Dumoy Laboratory.
No, overall. Kahit na,
I'm in charge of the Dumoy, Mr. Chair. Wala naman akong pakialam sa buong Pilipinas eh. Regional Office 11 lang ako, sir eh. So, doon ako sa Dumoy. And we made sure ni Colonel Asierto, sino yung personality niya, sino yung personality ko. Eh wala namang Michael Yang doon. Kasi kung naandun yung Michael Yang, hahanapin namin. Maliit lang ang Davao, Mr. Chair eh. Hanapin namin. But si Johnson Chua, eh lumabas kasi yung pangalan ni Johnson Chua doon sa toll record na nakita na nasa Davao City. So we identified na naandun yung Johnson Chua. But hindi pa namin namumukaan kung sino yung Johnson Chua during that time. Kasi focus kami, Mr. Chair, sa laboratory. Nakatakas yung Johnson Chua na sana nakuha namin, Mr. Chair. Kasi nung January 1, nagdatingan lahat ng big sa Davao City, sir eh. Naando si late General Reyes, naando si DG Abinido, naandun si General Aglipay, naandun si General De Leon. So naandun lahat. Instead of me conducting post-operation, intelligence operation, investigation, nag-entertain kami, sir, ng bisita on January 1. Doon nakatakas si Johnson Chua, sir. Na sana, kami, na-identify yung yung bahay. Later na namin na-identify yung bahay eh.
So, nag-entertain muna kayo ng bisita bago na...
That's what happened, Mr. Chair.
Baklase yun. This guy is a big-time drug lord. And napataka siya because nag-entertain tayo ng bisita. Anyway, so lastly, ito, there were reports, no? According to, if I'm not mistaken, I heard it dun sa statement ni Mr. Las Cañas, no? Na itong mga Chinese nationals na nahuli ay tinanong siya, no? Tinanong sila, "Nasaan yung inyong passport?" Yung inyong para ma-ascertain yung identities nitong mga to. And they mentioned the name na nasa boss namin. Sabi nila, nasa boss namin, ang pangalan ng boss nila ay si Mr. Michael Yang. So, and that actually is the information na nakuha ng informer. Kaya nalaman natin na itong si Michael Yang ay may malaking posibilidad na involved dito sa Johnson Chua drug syndicate.
Mr. Chair, si Las Cañas wala doon sa operation. Wala nga, hindi ko nga nakita during 3 months of operation namin yung mukha ni Las Cañas eh. Kaya hindi ko alam kung saan nanggagaling yung sinasabi niya eh.
Okay, so sige, that's noted. The next to interpolate is